So okay guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be part 2 of what if Naruto was OP and neglected. You guys wanted this very much, and most of my views were only on this video. And so many people requested for part 2. And so here it is. I already did the part 2, but it wasn't of good quality voice and I had a lot of sound disturbance just like today. So yeah guys, so let's start this video. And I'm going to do a new what if, which is going to be what if Naruto and Sasuke were in My Hero Academia world. And I'm not going to do any other what ifs for now, guys, so that I can complete these all what ifs. The reason why I'm doing this what if is going to be the what if Naruto and Sasuke were in My Hero Academia is I saw many YouTubers doing it, and most of them who were able to do it good, they just left it in the middle. I wanted to try one, and most of them just made Naruto and Sasuke bond with quirks in the My Hero Academia world. But I want to make Naruto and Sasuke get teleported to My Hero Academia world. So there's going to be a big difference, guys. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. Now, the last where we left off was Naruto learning, training with his dragon and learning sage modes, and all of his friends were also training and learning sage modes. Now, I may do something wrongs because it's been like so many days since I did the first part. So I hope you guys forgive me, guys. But yeah, I'm just gonna state that Naruto has now connection with all the villages except for except for our favorite and useless village in this what if, which is going to be Leaf Village. And every village hates Leaf Village for now, which is going to change, of course, guys. And so yeah, now this is going to be the final of the tuning exam. I'm just going to state that in this what if the Akatsuki, when found out that all villages combining and so many Jinchurikis are in the village in happiness, they tried to raid it, but they failed miserably because of the sealing tags and all those. Even the best sealing experts out of them all could not even break the seal. And Obito's Sharingan ability Kamui was not able to go through it. Whenever he tries to go through it, his Sharingan deactivates. He loses all of his chakra, which makes him very pissed off. So they leave for 3 years and they gain more stronger, learn more sealing techniques, so that they can raid the village and get all the Jinchurikis. Even though they have some chakra of all the Jinchurikis, they just want to be sure. And in this what if, Naruto was able to bring Orochimaru back to his village and he was able to show him a way to get immortality. He gave him, one of Leaf Village's one Genin's body, which seeing Orochimaru get disgusted and was angry at Naruto. But Naruto said, well, I can use my reality gun to change this guy's body. And he was in Hyuga, okay guys? And he was, the worst, weakest Hyuga, and he had the cage, bird cage seal. Nobody even cared about him. He was an orphan. And he was very cocky for his age. And he was very evil. That's the reason Naruto eliminated him. He took, all of his powers, chakra, so he died. And he had a Byakugan. Naruto made, did, his reality guns power and took some Hashirama cells. And he merged with it and did some, reality guns abilities, making him into exactly like Orochimaru. And Orochimaru was confused, but he then entered the body, and then the body suddenly turned into a small Orochimaru. And then he saw that he was able to use all of his power, and he's young, and he has Byakugan, which made him smile. And he's like, "I'll work for the village and the happiness for my entire life because now I'm immortal." And but the life has another plan for him because all of Orochimaru's experiments were taken by our so-called Kabuto, and he was able to experiment on himself and was able to become the dragon sage. And where Suigetsu, yes, Suigetsu is going to die in this what if. Whoever of you guys like him, I'm sorry. Suigetsu and Jugo. Jugo is not going to die, but his body will get merged with Kabuto's. But Jugo was somehow able to bring just for plot convenience, was able to bring Suigetsu back and they escaped. Naruto found them and brought him back to his village. But thanks to Suigetsu's body and like cells and the cells of Jugo, this Kabuto is going to be stronger than lot stronger than Canon part, and he's going to train and perfect the defected you know like what is that, the impure world reincarnation, the Edo Tensei. And so yeah guys, he prepares on it and makes so many experiments. Orochimaru's cursed monsters, yeah guys, he's going to fuse them all in making the perfect DNA for creating the best, I mean the best of best you know Edotenses. And so yeah, Hinabi and Suki are on with Naruto, and all of them have trained in learning their sage moves. Now it's after 1 month. This is when Kakashi also learned lion sage mode, and the first Hokage did not had to because he had the wood sage mode. And the second Hokage, he he was like didn't even care. He just started to train some children there, and so many children picked up his cocky attitude, which Naruto had to like make the children lose it. And so yeah, but there's no way, guys, that like the second Hokage as cocky as Bakugo. If you have watched My Hero Academia, you'll know who Bakugo is. His pride, his egoism. So yeah, let's get back into the story. We cannot go in too much different tracks. So Naruto is going to come back to the Leaf Village, and everyone in the Leaf are seeing Naruto with pure anger and hatred. But they are even angry, more angry on Naruto because of Naruto. The best, like Uchi, they call Uchi the fine last Uchiha, because they don't know about about Shizui and Izumi and Itachi living with them. So they think Sasuke is the second last Uchiha, like pure Uchiha, along with Suki and the Hinabi, the princess of the Hyuga clan, is stolen by that monster. Now, Naruto is going to enter, the arena, and I'm just going to say that most of the matches are going to all go the same. Here, just to guys let you know, I'm going to say that, what shall I say? You know what? Neji is not going to pass. But on the way, he sees Neji and Hinata, and Naruto keeps him in such a powerful genjutsu. They suffer for about over an eternity in like very painful experience, and he leaves them. But in real life, it's just 1 second. And after the break of the genjutsu, normally anyone will get traumatized and die, but now to make sure they don't, he wants them to pay and suffer. And both of them are crying. And that is when like Naruto and they passed by, and they left. When Mito came and they saw what happened, like they came and saw Hinata and like Neji crying like shit. They did not care about Neji, and they went to Hinata's like, Hinata, what happened? Hinata, what happened? And Hinata was completely traumatized. She was like, please, Menmakan, please defeat that Naruto demon. And of course, Menmakan got pissed off. She told that he kept him in genjutsu and made her suffer. And so he was very angry, and he went to his battlefield. Now the first match, you know all the matches was pretty much the same, except here the one, like it's Naruto versus Menma and Mito. and everyone knew that Menma and Mito are going to win. At least that's what they think. But for, of course, the Whirlpool Village team, the Happiness Village is just too much. I'm just gonna say the Whirlpool Village, the team Whirlpool. The team 7. They knew what's going to happen. And then, Menma and Mita are like, Demon, you come back with us. We take your eyes. And Naruto's like, nah, too bad because I'm not going to give you my eyes. And Menma's ability is just that he can just little bit glide up, little bit glide down. He can't do anything with his Mangekyo Sharingan. He can just keep some like weak as genjutsus. And for Suki, she's able to 5 centimeter radius. She's able to have perfected chakra control. Such a better chakra control that if she thinks about Rasengan in that 5 centimeters anywhere, her chakra will turn into Rasengan in that place, which is quite useful. But Naruto, with this, such a good chakra control, can easily do it within 5 meter radius. So that's pretty much useless for her. And then Naruto comes, he's like, huh, you will weaklings, what will they do to me? And Menma gets pissed off and he goes into his, tail beast cloak. And he goes into 4 tails and he's angry. He uses his Menma already got the seal opening, and Menma and Mito, they don't, take the Nine Tails chakra by, anger. They force Nine Tails. They force Nine Tails by chaining him and then, pulling out his chakra. And the Nine Tails hates Menma Mito. And he sensed, his nice version having life. And he understood one thing, that he should go with, Naruto. And so whenever he created such a way that whenever, they are trying to use him, right, his soul and his chakra is automatically going back to Naruto, which Naruto can sense. But now, like the Ninetales, only the chakra is going. The Ninetales attitude is not yet entering, the normal Ninetales. It will surely soon happen, but for now, it doesn't. And Naruto, Menma and Mito, they become, like Menma and Mito, they go into their, Ninetales cloak, not KCM. They just got 9 tails and they go into their monster form. That, the Silver Brothers went, you guys. If you guys would have watched the war arc, yeah, there, the Golden Silver Brothers, and then all of them were cheering, saying that, yeah, go beat the demon. And they both do a very powerful tail beast bomb and shoot it at Naruto. Naruto was like, yeah, he activates his dojutsu and he just absorbs the entire attack and is like pathetic. And this makes Menma and Mito angry. They go back to their normal human forms, but everyone can clearly see the 9 tails behind him. He went to the way the killer bee, you guys, if you guys would have seen, with 8 tails cloak, yeah. But he infused all the 9 tails chakra in this 8 tail cloaks, and then Menma and Mito, both of them do the purple giant Rasengan, and then they're like, you can beat this. This is the strongest jutsu. This is the jutsu created by the fourth Hokage. And Naruto calls the fourth idiot, not the Hokage. Other previous Hokages, first and second, were the real Hokages. The third is just a fake Hokage. And the third who was listening there was pretty much pissed off. And the third was started shouting, Menma, Mito, go! Show them what we trained. And Menma made a smirk, and then they, I'm just going to say that Menma, Mito have chakra natures are fire. Menma has fire and wind. He does not have lightning like a normal Uchiha. And Suki has, Mito. She has, and I'm going to say fire and water. Yeah. And then, the both of them are like, fire style, scorching Rasengan. And Suki then does some, creates a clone. And that clone does, hand signs and says, wind star, breakthrough. And, both the Rasengans get more powerful because of the wind. And they fuse and they become, massive flaming drill Rasengan, which Naruto sees and he's like, impressive for some weaklings like you to do that. And Naruto creates, a very dense, lightning Rasengan, and he's like, Rasengan! Lightning Rasengan, and just tosses it. And the Rasengan breaks the sound barriers and then it just vanishes. And then everyone starts laughing, saying that, it's just weakling. And then suddenly the drilling Rasengan just gets massive lightning energy appears. And this lightning, as I told you guys, it's white. Now it has pure chakra natures. All of his chakra natures are at the max, like silver wind, brown earth, green, um, red flames, and what else, man? Yeah, pure blue water and white lightning. And Naruto's lightning just breaks the Rasengan, and they're like, "What?" And then the flames surround some normal air, and this become a vortex. And they go and hit Menma and Mito, and then the Rasengan that time, that's when the Rasengan appears and it explodes, destroying half of the stadium. And then everyone's jaw drop when they see Menma and Mito almost there, very badly injured. And Minato gets angry, but he's like, use yours, use them. And Menma meet to smirk, and they do hands, and they're like, summoning jutsu. And they summon, Yamabuta and the slug. And, they are like, kid, why did you summon me? And, Menma, he lies. He says that weakling says that I'm weak and you are pathetic. And Naruto goes, I never told that. You are, though I'll accept that I told that you are weak. I now told about that, frog. And then Menma goes, yeah, anyways, Gamabuta, I wanted to kill him. And, the slug is like, Lady Mito, what shall I do? And Mito is like, use your acid and destroy that kid. And she does. And now just escapes both of them and is like, pathetic. You're just the weakest summonings. Let me show you my summoning. And then Menma goes, yeah, your summoning will be an ant. Better be an ant because it's just the weakest. There is no summoning stronger than our summonings. And Naruto starts laughing, saying that those summoning are the strongest. Don't make me laugh. This pisses off, Gamabuta and Slug. And Mito and Menma about to attack when Naruto does Hansen says, summoning jutsu. And then, Minato, Tsunade, Jiraiya, are smirking to themselves, thinking that this is it. Here comes nothing. And then they see this giant blue flaming dragon. And then everyone are like baffled and they're like, what? And then Naota's like, El Drago, these people are trying to say that you're weaker than them. Show them who is the boss. And then El Drago looks at them and in a terror voice says, how dare you call me weak, you stupid summonings. I am the king of summonings. And Gamabuta and the slug are pissing themselves and they're like, we are sorry, El Drago, we did not know that you were summoning. And El Drago gets angry, just like, shut up. And then Menma and Mito confused, like, what, Menma Mito? Like, Menma and Mito confused and they're like, Gamabuta, attack. And Mito says her slug to attack. And of course they don't move, and now Menma gets angry. He's like, starts kicking Gamoto, saying, move, you damn stupid frog. And Mito does the same to Slug. And now then Minato, Menma orders Naruto, as the son of the fourth Hokage and the child of prophecy, I demand you to give me that summoning right now. And of course Naruto starts laughing. He's like, my summoning is unlike yours. I had to defeat him to gain him. Unlike your summonings, who just you have to sign a contract and gain it. I am much better summoner than you guys. I proved my words to him. Unlike you weaklings, and this pisses now me to the enhance the body with your 90s chakra, like start flowing 90s chakra into Gambabuto and Sislak, making them 90s chakra amplified, very powerful. And they both finally move, and they're like, then he use the slug uses her acid, and Gambabuto uses his most powerful water attack, and now the last, and then the L driver just flaps his wings in such a gust of wind that completely obliterates half of the stadium and destroys the attacks. And then you know the dragon just uses her wings and destroys both the slug and the frog, making them go flying to such a bad degree that they may even die. And they got back, they resummoned back themselves into Mount Miyaboku. And like Menma Meter was pretty scared and angry. He starts shouting at Naruto, "Give me your damn eyes, you damn demon!" And Minato stands up and says, "Yeah, give my sons your eyes." And of course, Naruto says, "Shut up, you old hag. You don't know anything about son. I'm not your son, so shut up." And so he does is a lightning Rasengan. And then he then says, "Elemental style, Rasengan." And he creates an elemental Rasengan and just tosses it on Men and Mito. It demolishes both of them. Like both of them, like their clothes are torn. They are completely burned. Like how you saw Might Guy when he uses eighth gate. Yeah, they're like completely like that. And Mito's hair is completely brown and just on the it became stiff. And Menma is on the ground. And Naruto is like weak legs. And this is when Gara transforms into One Tails. And here Naruto does not help to fight Gara. It's only Sasuke who completely demolishes Gara by using his mythical snake, which just uses a mythical snake roar, completely demolishing the One Tails. But Naruto is the one who gives him the talk no jutsu, saying that we are alike, we both are hated by our villages. But I was also hated. I was able to make them friends. And I'm just gonna say that Kazekage did not die, and Naruto told Kazekage about the plan. The Kazekage was hesitant to go against the leaf, but then he saw Naruto told him how he was suffered by the leaf, and he also explained that he can make Gaara perfect Jinchuriki. But he also told that there is some surprise you can combine with our village. And so yeah, now the attack does not happen. Just the thing is that One Tails go crazy, and Naruto was able to tame him, and the Chunin exam ends. Naruto and his team was still in the village for a day, which is that it is then that you know they're called for the council meeting. When they enter the council, then it says that Naruto, Sasuke, Suki, and I like to say Hinabi, you all have been promoted to Jonin. And when my meter are there, they're like, how? How can the demon be a Jonin? And then the council shouts at them saying that shut up. You guys did not even do anything. You guys are pathetic. You guys were just only relying on the tail beast chakra. Well, he just hardly even moved much of his muscle and just summoned a dragon and beat the crap out of you. And they're like, Naruto, we want you to join the village, and we are going to you are forced to become a reproductive part for everyone so that we can get more of your dojutsus, or you have to transplant your dojutsus to Menma and Meter. And of course Naruto says, psych, I'm never going to do that. Council gets angry and they're like, you will have to do it. And Suki and Hinabi, you guys are going to marry Menma and Mito. And Sasuke also. And Sasuke like, no, I'm not a gay. I'm not going to marry Menma. And then they're like, you're not marrying Menma. You're marrying Mito. They both are going to marry, Menma. And they all say, yuck. I'll even marry Naruto except for that. Like Sasuke says this, and then Naruto's like, I'm not gay. Well, not sure I'm not as well. But if they want me to marry that pig, I'm going to at least marry you better than that pig. And this infuriates, Mito. She's like, I'm the most beautifulest girl ever. And then Menma says, no, Mito, you are, but they both are. Mito gets angry, but she's like, well, at least I'm the third most beautifulest girl. You should marry me. And Naruto's and Sasuke laughs and he's like, I better not marry you for my entire life, even after death. And Mito gets angry and she's like, who do you like that much? You don't have a crush. And then Naruto goes, oh, he does. He has already two crushes. Fu, the 70th Jinchuriki, and in Uzumaki. And like Kushina was there, she's like, Uzumaki? We are the last Uzumakis. And there are no Uzumakis. And then Naruto starts laughing, saying that, huh, there are more Uzumakis in our village. Our village has Uzumakis, Uchiyas as well. Uchiyas are not dead. And this surprises everyone. And then like Minato stands up with you know Hinabi's father. What was his name? Hiyashi. And they're like, we demand you to give all of them back to the leaf and give Hinabi back as well. As of her father, I demand it. And Hinabi says, well, I was able to use you and able to make you write a paper where I am no more your daughter. I was adopted by Fugaku Uchiha, who has passed away sadly. So I'm an orphan and I'm none of yours blood related. And even if I am, I have a boyfriend and he lives in a village and I'll only live with him. And goodbye. As like before Minato can even touch them, they just vanish away. They appear in they leave. I mean, the Whirlpool village, and everyone are like, oh, it's the heroes, and they start crowding around them, and then start to like discuss some problems, which Naruto of course solves them all. And so yeah, let's get into like 3 years time skip. In these 3 years, after finding out about Naruto, and then they found out that Naruto has changed his name to Otsutsuki. They found out that all of them changed their names into Otsutsukis. So yeah, the Leaf found out about them all changing their names to Otsutsukis, and they want Hinabi even more because they found out that Hinabi does not have the Byakugan. She has a new dojutsu, which they think that it's due to her unique like looks and her unique Byakugan. She was able to finally evolve it into her final dojutsu. Which of course in the council meeting she told that she also has a dojutsu and she activates a tensei gun and like the power of it, they all of them can feel it. And there was small Kabura had some small notes about hero, like they leaked out some information about Nata wanted leaked out some information about the tensei gun. And of course the Jiraiya was searching all over the world to find out what this tensei gun dojutsu is and what like the god's eye is. And they want Naruto, Hinabi, Suki. They found out that Suki has Rinnegan. And even Sasuke, they want him even more. And when they before they leave, they even told that Naruto has even powerfuler dojutsu than the Rinnegan. And they wanted it even more and more and more. And that anger covered like became a blindfold for Minato. And Minato always kept bragging, saying that my sons will finally unlock it. And he started doing hardcore training to Benma and Mito, which of course they were they did not want it, but Minato said that you guys have to defeat the demon, kill him. And so yeah, and of course Gaara became the Kazekage and he knows about Naruto's past. So when the Leaf went to make an alliance with the Sand, they were attacked. And this also helped like the opportunity for the Akatsuki, and so they also went to attack Gara. But sure, they were wrong. Gara had, a flying Raijin mark. He used his Biju chakra in it, and this made Naruto alerted. And they found out that, Sand is now alliance with, Whirlpool, and so Naruto sends out himself and, his team. And when they reach the village, they see the leaf is being attacked. This pisses off, Itachi, Sasuke, Suki, Suki, and Hinabi and Naruto, and all of them go into their power modes. Of course, Itachi goes into his perfect Susanoo. Sasuke goes into his perfect Susanoo. Hinabi goes into her Casey, her Tensegan Chakra mode, and Suki goes into her Red Susanoo, and Naruto he just activates his dojutsu and just says kill, and all of them just most of them gets vanished away. Naruto wanted them to also have fun, and all of them start stomping on the leaf villagers. The leaf ninjas, and just slicing and dicing them. And this is when the Akatsuki came to capture, Gara. And when they defeated Gara, when they were about to take Gara, a sword sliced off, clean slice off both Deidara and Sasori's head, but Sasori's a puppet, so he escaped and somehow survived. And Sasori is like, "What? Deidara died?" And Deidara could not even react to that speed. She didn't even know that she died, and she just died. And then Deidara sees up and he sees, Gara, like, somewhere very far away, and he sees this guy standing side of Gara, and which is, of course, Naruto. He was so fast in his normal speed he was able to destroy both of them, and then he came up with his full speed and found out about the heart, and he stabs his hand through the heart with some chakra energy, and he was able to pull all the information of Deidara, and he was able to completely demolish Deidara out of existence. And Granichi, of course, she started to like she stopped hating. She hates more Leaf Village and not the other villages, because Naruto is able to bring peace between them. But Naruto told her something that he pretty much sure that it's going to happen. And yeah, and so everything, their teammates like demolish everyone, and so they have fun. And when all of them leave their modes, when one person was almost dead, which they did not give a crap about, which is one of the leaf villagers, he sent out a letter saying to the leaf, saying that the sand is protected, and sand was the seal was getting built around the sand. It was not complete, it just needed more chakra, and so Naruto gave the chakra completely the seal. And then Naruto was about to leave when Hinabi got stabbed. Suki got stabbed in her back. She got stabbed in the back by the leaf ninja, and the leaf started laughing, saying that I'll finally get someone to get killed, but I wanted to take you home and enjoy first. And this makes Naruto angry, and he starts to cry, but then he says psych, and then he like turns the reality completely, time. He takes the time backwards only for Suki, and then Suki is like, what? I thought I was like I could pierce in the heart, and I was like, you forgot my eyes. And then Suki's like, oh yeah, he controlled. You must have changed the reality and time. And I was like, sure did. And he changes the reality of that guy, and then he keeps him in a real life genjutsu, where he's completely healed, but he's tortured like such a massive point that he even died. But his soul was taken to the hell, and where it was tortured. In Naruto, he smiles at that guy in a very, creepy way, and then he just, touches Suki's shoulder and just vanishes. And then he arrives at his home and is like, and with Suki and Hinabi, and then they go to sleep. They have the same bed, and of course they 18 plus did. I don't give a crap about it. If you guys male want that, you guys can keep it, but mostly I don't do it because I'm a kid yet. So yeah, you guys can imagine the way you like. And so yeah, now in this one, like Sasuke, this Orochimaru. Naruto knew about Orochimaru was with Naruto, so he did not need the spy. But then he goes to Orochimaru and talks about Kabuto being more powerful than him now. He not powerful than him, but has done many experiments and is doing the Edo Tensei perfection. And Orochimaru was completely baffled. And just to guys let you know, in the Leaf Village, the third Okage started to train hardcore, Menma and Mito and teach every jutsu. And then he went to grab the scroll of sealing to give to them. When they touched the scroll of sealing, had a special sealing formula. And the scroll of sealing just poof. And it was just a stone. And they're like, what? And some sealing formula touched, you know, Hiruzen. And Hiruzen got, into a nightmare where every night when he sleeps, he gets tortured by, all the Hokages, saying that you're not worthy of being an Hokage, except for the fourth. And he was very sad about it. And Naruto can sense his emotions because of the seal. And soon he realized something. The third Hokage stopped training Menma and Mito, and he was about to do suicide because he did so many wrong things. This and guys, please don't do suicide. If you guys want to talk, you guys can comment me down below, guys. You guys can talk to others. I understand that family is not the best way to talk to about it, but guys, suicide is not an attempt. Is not the correct path, guys. And so yeah, Naruto, tortures them to a hellish point, and like to the third Hokage. And third Hokage was about to suicide when Naruto creates portal, grabs him, and brings him back to his village. And I'm just gonna say that all the villages, Naruto asked all of them to merge with his village, and they found another place outside, very far from land of all the villages, and it's majestically giant, very open place, very good. Naruto was able to make it into a very beautiful look, and he was building a very very gigantic, you know I'm gonna say, village. And all the villages from all the different places came, and it had a region for sand and region for clouds, and for everything it was a perfect place. And all the villages abandoned their villages, but they created paths to their villages also. And they came to this gigantic village, and most of the people live in this gigantic village. Some people go and live in that village also. So Naruto was able to gather a very high area, and he was able to make forest and make it into a very beautiful beautiful village. And then the leaf was told about all the four great nations combined with the new great nation have combined to become one of the most ultimate nation. And the leaf was very pissed, and they found out that Naruto is the Kage. Yes, Naruto became the Kage. In these 3 years he was very worthy of becoming Kage. And Minato started training Menma even crazily high. And so let's do time skip. Yeah. And just wanted to let you guys know, in the land of Wave Arc, yeah, Naruto says to Sakura that she is useless. In the ninja world, it's not about if you want to keep loving, you just die the most horrible deaths. And he does the talk no jutsu, and scares very much, like makes Sakura piss her pants, and then she accepts, and she's like, I don't want to be a ninja, which makes, of course, when angry because she was the one who always keeps fangirling over her. And when and Sakura likes Rock Lee. And of course Might Guy is now in the this new village, which is going to be Village of Good. Yeah, Village of Good. I just made the name up. I know that's stupid, but yeah, just just bear with it, guys. And so Naruto kept on, training these students. He even picked out his own team, and Konohamaru and all his goons are also in the leaf. And those are, I mean, not in the leaf. They are removed from the leaf. Like he was able to create portal and bring them with him. And so his team are Konohamaru and all of them. And so yeah, he kept training and training and training. Now this is going to be where you know Menma Menma is very powerful, and he was able to find this cube, which is called the cube of great strength. This is a cube created by Kaguya. This cube, if anyone consumes it, they gain very dark powers, and they become, like whoever they get a lot of power, which of course he eats and becomes like almost a demigod. But he's of course weaker than Naruto, crazily weak. Naruto has already surpassed everything. All the Jinchurikis gave some chakra to Naruto, and so Naruto is the perfect. Now every Biju Jinchuriki, every tail-based Jinchuriki, and Naruto has 87% of nine tails within him. Yeah, 87%. And so yeah, Naruto even met Seiyo Six. I mean, of course, he met Seiyo Six Paths and all that. So let's do, let's go to the time skip to like more 2 years. Naruto still did not have kids. Yeah, he doesn't. He is not yet married. This is when the leaf makes the move with their most majestic army. They send a message to village the village of good, saying that they have something to do, and they come with their army, with Menma in the front, Minato in the front, Mito in the front, and yeah, and that's all. And Jiraiya was called by the toads, and he went to meet them. And all of the leaf army with, of course, Menma, they came to the gate. This is where they told about they want to challenge the new Kage and do a bet. And the bet is that if they win, which I'm going to tell you in the next part. Yeah, that's the bet is going to be a surprise for you guys. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys will easily understand what the bet is going to be. And so yeah, and before he completes his sentence, he says all of he just says shows two fingers back of his back, and all of his leaf villages, of course, hide themselves like away from the village, and they do build up huge amount of chakra to create. And then they bought some weapons, which is called the chakra cannons, which they were able to build, which are strong enough to destroy many many powerful items. Like it's so strong that it can destroy. It's as strong as a Biju Rama. And to create this, they needed a lot of Biju chakra. The Leap village even started to work with the Akatsuki, but of course Zetsu was killed. Naruto was able to find Zetsu. I'm gonna say that during the Deidara act, like Kazekage rescue mission, they found Naruto found Zetsu, and with so much power and speed, he grabbed Black Zetsu, and Black Zetsu of course turned into Black Obito. And all the and I'm just gonna say that in 3 years time skip they were able to find Yahiko, Conan, and Nagato, and he was able to bring Nagato back to life. I mean, Conan, I mean, Yahiko, and they were able to become a team. They became, members of village in the good. So he like split his body into many pieces, Black Zetsu, and turned into evil versions of them. All Akatsuki members, and Naruto started to fight them. It was a very destructive fight. Naruto was able to destroy all of them, and then he created his ultimate jutsu, which is going to be Rasen Shuriken Kirin Dance. Yeah, and he just obliterates everyone except for the real Black Zetsu. And then Naruto comes, God's light, sealing formula, and he seals Black Zetsu with Black Zetsu was like finally he had some all Biju chakra within him. he just needed some 9 chakra. He was able to gain from Naruto, and he was able to, pull out chakra, dark chakra from the moon and become Dark Kaguya. Yeah. And Naruto does an ash bone, which of course he just goes through his body, and Naruto goes, interesting. And he uses his God's dojutsu, and then, sees many possibility outcomes, and then, he gets slapped, like he gets hit many badly, but then he just goes back in time, and then he sees himself, he turns back in time, completely changes time, so he gets no damage, and so does, Zetsu, and he comes to an idea, and before Zetsu can, summon Kaguya, he obliterates Zetsu, and he finally uses dojutsu and seals Zetsu forever and forever. But he was not happy with that. He wanted to completely obliterate Zetsu, and so he focused a lot of chakra, and then he said, God's wrath of the planet wreaked devastation on. And he threw Zetsu out of the planet, and Zetsu went flying, and then, it created a planet. And the planet got so dense and became almost an atom. And then it created such a humongous explosion, killing Zetsu instantly. Zetsu was vaporized to nothingness. Hinata was like, started smiling. He's like, I killed him. I killed him, mother. Like, he calls Kaguya mother. And of course, their soul are still within Naruto. So they're like very happy. And Naruto is like the strongest. He's in the bingo book, said to be an SSSS god ranked shinobi. And like, I'm gonna say that Orochimaru created a curse mark that he gave to everyone in this all combined nation, where everyone are now like broken as hell. All of them can go to curse mark 2 stage, where they have curse mark all over their body, but not they cannot go to curse mark 3 stage. Nobody can. And there's this dark curse mark they were able to create, like the leaf was able to create, which allows the user to go crazily broken, powerful. And yeah, Menma and all of us shinobi have that. But the leaf, how hard they have trained, the good village have trained 8 times harder than that. And so yeah, now they come to the village saying that they want to keep a bet with the Kage. And they go and tell the Kage about this news. And of course Naruto comes into the front of the Hokage office, seeing him, like all of the Konoha 12, which is not Konoha 12, but the members, including Mamito, boiling with anger. Rock Lee was about to go and kick him, saying that, where is Might Guy, Sensei? When Might Guy and appears next to Naruto and says, what is it, Naruto, my youthful student? What is Naruto, my youthful student? Why are these stupid humans of the leaf are here? And Naruto says, I don't know, Sensei. These people are here. And then he goes, you demon, you took over my Sensei. And Naruto's like, no. And then he goes up off, the wall, starts flying in the air, and takes out all his weights and throws it out of the village, which creates such a humongous explosion. It's like, and they're like crazily shocked, like, this guy has that much weights. And then Naruto goes, I have a majestic stadium, come, let's fight. And so he takes them all into the stadium, and of course he brings Jiraiya back, who was in the leave. And Jiraiya wants to tell something to not tell something to like Minato, but he was not allowed to talk to Minato. And he was like sealed on a chair, like until the match gets over he cannot move. So yeah, now this is where I'm going to end this part, guys. I'm going to do what if part 3 of this what if, and I think I'll end it in the part 3. I want to make the other what if. So yeah, guys, and if you guys want other what ifs, like right now I cannot make it, guys, and give me ideas of how to make that what if, cause guys, I'm not such a good what if YouTube maker. I just started. Thanks to your support, I'm now present 60 subscribers. So anyways, thank you guys I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, subscribe, and share this video, and don't forget to comment. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. See ya.